welcome you on the program again this week. This is THP, the happiest people on earth, a telecast program of the Full Gospel Business Men's Fellowship International Nigeria. My name is Oluwakumi Adedeji. I want you to please sit back again and listen to God's faithfulness. What we do on this program is actually to fulfill the scripture in Isaiah chapter 63. It says, I will declare the faithfulness of the Lord. Every week we bring people to declare the faithfulness of the Lord in their life, in the area of salvation, and the grace that God has been given to them. And so the couple that I have again this week, they'll be sharing just that. The grace of God that has brought them unto salvation, and then the grace that is keeping them to enjoy the goodness of the Lord. Welcome with me this week by the grace of God, Surv and Mrs. Johnson Olushola Okesesan. You're welcome on the program.
Thank you, sir.
Let me start with you, sir. Why did you commit your heart to Jesus Christ? What did you see in you that needed Jesus? Why at all?
Well, I was born into a Christian family. Going to church has been a normal thing. But along the line, I saw the need to get closer to Jesus Christ. Because when you look at my family background, nobody is really somebody that one can point into, willing to become like. And I realized that I need somebody to take me up, to pick me up, so that my own head also can be tall. So the next thing I did was to come along with some of the little ones that were together then to form a praying group. We were praying and God came into our midst. We began to have a better understanding of what God wants us to do. And from that little club, God, one single day, God just came into my heart. And I told my friend, what are we really doing? Do we really know this God? And from there, we had some people that were tutoring us. Then they started teaching us the Word of God. And right from there, the Holy Spirit came into our hearts. My receiving the baptism of the Holy Spirit was not a special thing. It was just in the vestry, in a small room in the church with my colleagues. We were just there. We said, look, today we must receive the power of the Holy Spirit. And all of a sudden, I just realized that I was speaking in tongues. That's how it and that thing started. And that was about 1980.
Has there been any regret of that decision to release your heart to Jesus Christ from 1980?
No, not at all. Actually, since that happened, my life has changed.
Okay, you're still going to talk more about that. Now, by that 1980, have you gotten married?
No.
Okay, so you have already committed your heart to Jesus Christ. And so he probably might have assisted you in picking your wife, isn't it?
Seriously.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. Now, let me, over to you, man. What did you see in Jesus that you felt that, well, let me take this risk and go and spend the rest of my life with Jesus Christ?
Well, I had a similar background to his. I was born an Anglican. We attended the Cathedral, St. Peter's Anglican Church, Arimo Ibadan. So we were just there. Then it came to a time that we had some of our senior elderly ones that had gone to school, and they came back. Then they said we are going to be organizing a small fellowship, we called it fellowship then, at the back of one of the classrooms in that St. Peter's Anglican Church. So when my elderly sisters were among those that went, so we were glad to join them because we loved their clapping. Then we were not allowed to clap in Anglican Church. We were not allowed to sing choruses. But these people, they were doing all this, so we enjoyed it, so we joined them. And that was why I gladly went with them to join them. To be precise, I think 1983, we were there, and one of the brothers ministered that we need to receive Christ into our lives. And it really made us to know that there is need for this, that when we were even younger, we can be catched by God and do exploits for Him. And we could see the evidence in the man. So I gladly decided to give my heart to Jesus.
Great.
And that fateful day, after about 2 weeks, they said they want to minister the Holy Spirit baptism to us. And the Lord just took control, and I was baptized in the Holy Spirit.
Has there been any regret to that decision of
no.
following Jesus Christ?
Then I was a little young. I was in Form 3, I think. Then, my friends, when I got back to school, they were trying to say, what's the meaning of all this that you are doing? You have now become a so-called Jesus then. Then I was trying to tell them that it's better to give one's life to Christ now and everything. But I was not really deep into it. So at times I used to join them to do some things that I should not do. Not to do any evil thing, but just to say some words I used to say together, to do some other
pranks
things.
together.
Pranks together. So, but by the time I was leaving the secondary school, that's 1985, I rededicated my life to Christ.
Great.
And since then, I have never had any cause to say no to Him.
I'm sure you're going to share more about that. Now, let me come back on you, sir. From that point in 1980, have you seen Him prove Himself faithful in your life?
Yes, I've seen Him in several ways. Because whenever I had problem and I call on Him, He answers. And up to today, when there are troubles, I will tell people, come, this trouble is not mine, it's God's. And when I talk to Him, I don't pray too long. Because I know when I talk to Him, I'm His son. And when a son to a father is talking, the father will listen. And what I'm going to ask from Him will not be things that He will not be willing to give me.
Can we have just one or two of those things that you just felt that, humanly speaking, if God is not going to answer, I can get it? That will encourage our audience at home. Is it your promotion? Is it an exam? Is it even the choice of Auntie today or something like that?
Oh, thank you very much. There are so many things I can give on that. But I remember when I was in one of my higher institutions. I happened to belong to a group called CU, Christian Union. And I was the secretary of the union. A friend of mine was the prayer secretary. There was a lady who was messing up with one of the lecturers. And a committee was set up to handle our case. And because of that, that lecturer decided to fail the two of us. We were ready to collect our call-up letter. The man had failed us. When I got to the place where I was to collect the letter, none of the lecturers was bold enough to tell me what happened. I was there since 9 a.m. and until 2 p.m. Nobody was able to address me until one radical lecturer came. I said, Pastor, how are you? What have you been doing? I've seen you since morning. What are you doing here? Were you not giving your letter? I said, I've not been attended to. So he went in and he came. I said, Pastor, what did you do for Mr. So-so-so? I said, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I said, he has failed you. Failed me? What did he say I did? He said, well, but you are lucky that when the examiner came from Abuja,
The external
examiner, when they came from Abuja, they saw that it was A, B plus, AB, and all of a sudden they saw F. And that F was a bad F. That you were asked to come and rerun this course next session. They said, no, something must be fishy here. Instead of you asking him to come, go and prepare a receipt exam for him. Well, I was sweating. I went back home, and the following day, the lecturer called me and said, go and read this topic. I told him, I said, sorry, you don't need to tell me what I'm going to read. I'm going to read, you are going to draw your question. Don't worry, let us meet at the examination. I was so bored because I know whatever I ask God to do, He will do. He has been doing it, so He will do. After the exam, He gave me